Welcome back to Dualbrickcity, everyone, and sorry for the long delay, but as you can see, a lot has changed in the city. Pretty much everything is in a new spot, everything is new, and it will be better than what it ever has been before. Starting off with, of course, everyone's favorite, the clown base. As you see, it's now in the back corner here, more up front from where I'm usually sitting and working at, because it used to be all the way back there by the treehouse. And the reason why I changed it up from there, which is also the reason why I changed everything, was it was back there with that shelf there, and it was not as nice to work off, and especially since that's the area everyone loves seeing most. I decided putting it up here on the left side so that I can work on it, look at it from my table here where I usually sit and build, and then also have the front line up front with the river, where we always have all the Mandalorians. And the reason was, with the size of that city, the old layout did not work out, because I would always have to be somewhere back here, and I would have to squat or stand in the city for potentially hours to do anything, or anytime I try to take pictures for you for Instagram. It was just a big hassle. So, but I'm really loving this new outlay, because we got the clown base up here, then we got little Tatooine, and back there where you see the gray base plate, that is gonna be a big surprise coming here soon. I'm already currently building on it, and it's gonna be huge. You can see with little Tatooine, we also got Darth Vader's castle. Then right now we have my sitcom building and the little Martian station there, which might be subject to be moved at some point, just as right now they are space holders, because as you see there's still lots of exposed wood where I need to get base plates, tiles, lots of pieces for, and I figured I have those areas there, so why not put them in there as a placeholder for now. But then up here we have our New York style downtown district with the Avengers Tower, Daily Bugle, and my custom syndicate building, so where we have a lot of crime happening, which I also thought was pretty nice between like Wall Street and little Tatooine. There the Huts and the Pikes are doing their secret business. And then there you can also see I got that new Lego truck, which is beautiful to see. It just blends into the city even with its ginormous size of a Lego building, but it fits perfectly on the new road plates. And you see everywhere there's still open area spaces where I'm waiting for pieces to arrive, which hopefully arrive at the end of this week, so we can finish off all the bicycle lanes. And then in the back area where we used to have the clown base, this is more of our little quieter district now, with the birch books, the grocery store, Sanctum Sanctorum, and just a little bit more nature. And coming to the front corner, which is also the first thing that you see when you walk in here, other than of course my huge clown base, is my little brick square here, which is where I have all my favorite buildings, from the police station, the diner, the Mandalorian embassy, the hotel, the Lego store, and the jazz club, which is kind of set up as a amusement or fun district. So with that we will also have most of our details, of course, coming from here to make it as much Star Wars as possible, to integrate everything, and just having a lot of small little gimmicks and memes and hidden secret details just throughout the whole city, and just a lot of life is happening here. Then on the back side we have the museum, the assembly square, and the Palace Cinema. And I just love with this street we can go down here and we got this beautiful long view with buildings on all sides. Because I'm already, as you can see, I've been working on some details, like me and my wife. We are strolling through the city here. But then we also have a new building here, which is now attached to the Mandalorian embassy to make it a full 32 by 32 size building. So we got a new Mandalorian fortress here, right next to the embassy, and then with the Bad Batch hideout, which is all nice. It all blends together like perfectly, all on the same side. And then from there we go to the front area. I've been working on it already, so as you see, I got some more details into the greenery. We got a trench going, and of course don't forget, we will get in a few weeks, we're gonna get a lot more detailed into everything. And you see I'm still waiting for pieces from a wall there, since that wall itself has been expanded a lot. And then something new has come. As you remember, I used to have a mountain here. That one has been turned on, so that we can have a Mandalorian forge coming in here. So I'll make a little reference to the Mandalorian show. Of course the mountain is hollow, so we can build interior in it with the forging and whatever else will come up in the next seasons of Mandalore. And then of course we're back to the base. A few things have changed here too, and going to be changing. It is bigger than the old one. I expanded it by 4 base plates, and in the future here we are going to be in the back there where my ATTE is. This is where our harbor is going to come. So once the new Lego City Harbor set comes out, I'm going to buy it and modify it to integrate there, to have some water access for the clowns. And then of course I have to assemble all my clones again. And then currently we have under construction this little building here. I'm not sure for what I'm going to use it yet, if I'm going to build some barracks out of it as well, or a hospital, or research, or maybe a combination of everything. Since we already have some sleeping quarters in this building here, which also got a tower. The tower will also be rebuilt to make it look more detailed and of course better. I decided to put the mountain back against the wall. Originally I had thought of putting it right here, so that I can always have access to it and do some work on the interior again, because a lot of people were missing it, that I used to have the full interior built out. But currently it's pretty hard to get it in there, because once I had it up there, it was covering up everything, and I had a hard time even seeing the whole 501st here, which is a lot of big area. That would be just covered up and just hard to see, because you could see it from the far distance here, like when I'm standing right here, but not from where I'm sitting right now. Because this spot here right now, and as you can see, I put the mountain against the back wall again. I originally thought when I moved everything around that I'm gonna put my mountain right here to expose the whole backside, kinda like how we have it with this mountain here. So that from there we can do a whole lot interior, because if some of you might remember, this mountain had interior. Kinda like on this area where my finger is on the back side. That's where we had a clown research facility for the Kaminoans. And then we had an officer's mess in the top part here. And then the bottom was just a big open area where a lot of clown officers and Jedis would look at screens or the holographs and make some strategic decisions. And then I expanded the top part, which became one big room. So from kind of like the satellite dishes all the way up here to the big artillery cannon. I had one open area where I also thought about doing maybe reference to the Bad Batch. As you can see, we have some clone commandos up here with a side entrance, and do a secret Tentis Mountain cloning facility for the preparations for the Empire. But that did not really come, because once I put it up here and I started building this base, something easily was overseen. My 501st here. We all love to see the 501st, and it's just a beautiful view to see always. But I could not really see it ever. The mountain was too big, it was covering everything up, The only way to see it was when you kind of stand here and then you only have that little side view, which kind of looked like this. And on the long term, it was not fun. It did not look good, and I did not have joy of displaying my whole 501st. Especially since this mountain, it's such a beautiful big mountain with my hangar in there, the front part here that I built. It just did not look good, and it was very annoying me, and I finally had this huge space here, so I wanted to maximize it so it can expand a lot more, so I don't have to change it around every few weeks just because I have to accommodate it for anything. But as you can see, and a lot of people have asked me in the recent weeks that they wanted to see Little Tatooine again. Little Tatooine is gonna be a lot bigger now, because we have about 6 base plates here, plus the potential to future expansions there. So we can build some more Tatooine style building or beach building. The beach is also gonna come back. And one thing that I also love to see is like where you see all the wood here, that of course is all gonna be water. So with that, I could see my light tower again. It used to be all the way up front here in the front corner, kind of like where the museum is right now. And it was nice when you walked in, and it was the first thing that you could see. But anytime, as you can see when I'm standing here filming, I can cover everything except for this corner. So I wanted to have that light tower in the back there. It's beautiful to see, especially at night if I would turn it on and it would just shine the light across the whole city and over the ocean. And secondly, I'm a lot more easy accessible to the front corner here than the back there. So it also makes more sense to use the water area there. Because once I've built it, it's just gonna be blue tiles with maybe a few details, but that is too much space wasted for not having the accessibility. So maybe some of you think like, why I'm not just gonna push this whole area with the wood a little bit further, like against the shelf there. Well, I tried it, and just having that maybe 30 centimeters or like a base plate size is pretty tough, and I would knock stuff over, so I figured I'm just gonna leave it how it is like this. And this way I can also walk over it, because it's on PVC board, so as you can see here, I can just walk on my city on the roads, which is fine for the Legos. It doesn't hurt the Legos, especially the road plates, which I also have to get more. I was able to find a couple sets when I went for vacation in Amsterdam, but I still need a lot more, and I can't order them online anymore because I already reached my max. So I have to find them in Lego stores. But let me know what you think so far of the city. Do you like it? Because I'm in love with that new layout. If you have any concerns or comments, just text. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you like what you're seeing here and if you want to see further updates. Once again, I'm sorry that I had you guys waiting for almost 40 days between any episodes, but I've been busy with traveling and I've been busy building the city and with work, so I didn't really have time to film and edit everything.